Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's not a financial planner. And if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. And I did get a couple of other new subscribers the other day. Boy, they were really they were really nice ones too. Okay, so Tesla, exciting as always. Just what a wild stock. You can't ask for any more than this. We had a high to low today of 36.34. Grandpa thought we were going to run in about a $15 range. Well, Grandpa didn't get that one right. I can tell you that. $36.34 from high to low. We had a high of 456.36, 456 and 36 cents. We had a low of $420.02. Oh, could that be our new bottom pivot point? Oh, it's possible, but Grandpa don't think so. I think we're going to go lower. Close. We closed at 436.17 in the red. The indexes were down today in the red, of course. And Tesla managed to underperform the indexes. So Tesla underperformed. Murphy's all excited, barking. I wish Grandma would play with him or something. I don't know what he sees outside, but he sees something. Yeah, we got divergence. Divergence. Volume decreased today by approximately 25 million shares on falling prices. A total of 117 million were bought and sold. Really, I kind of see it as a neutral spot. They say it's a positive if it follows the stock type of deal. But what I'm looking for with volume was like we get a high volume like yesterday where it's close to 150 million bought and sold. 150, it was 142 actually, but that 150 million range to 200 million range, then you expect a drop off. And we had some fairly decent volumes. And on the flip side, keep in mind that if we start seeing volumes that are in the 50 million area, which we will, when everybody gets bored to death and they get scared. They always get scared down on the bottom and the volume decreases. And that's when you want to be buying, because that's when it's going to go up. When we took that big jump off of 212 up, and it went up $50 overnight, literally, or that day, and another $15 the next day. Our volume spiked down to 30 million bought and sold. That was it. So, Grandpa looks for this stuff along with the pivot point. Our new top pivot point, and I'm going to get my little mouse moving around here. See it moving around the screen? This is a 4-hour chart. Each candle is 4 hours. And this blue line up here now is your new top pivot point. That's it right there. And so you are looking for your new bottom pivot point. So here's your top pivot point that we made yesterday. And we're currently looking for our new bottom pivot point. Here's your previous top pivot point. Here's your previous low bottom pivot point of 302.70. And so it's a question of where's that where's that bottom pivot point going to be? Well, here's some thoughts that Grandpa has. Like I say, we got 420.02. Well, that's currently your bottom, but I don't believe it could be. It could be the bottom pivot point. We might never break through it, but I believe we will. A potential place for a bottom pivot point that I think would be more realistic than 420.02. It always amazes Grandpa that they stop 2 pennies before they got to fill those shares so that they can run up to 440, and then people don't get their $20. You might want to start thinking about front running the even number. When Grandma does buys and sells, Grandma always does it 25 cents. I should talk to her about that sometime, how she knows that. But she always does 25 cents from the even number. So if she's trying to sell at 440, she never does nothing even. Her favorite number is 5, she goes. So anyway, Grandma's talking to Grandpa. So say Grandma figures it's going to 440 potentially, and she wants to sell her shares up there just for something to talk about. She would put her order, for instance, at 339.75, 25 cents before it. She does the same thing when she's buying. She wants to buy at 402, she'll put her buy in at 402.25. She's a very giving person. She wants to always, and not only that, she makes a lot of money. Well, let's see, the other day she made 511, yesterday she made 617, today she only made 250, but that's because Grandpa was taking a nap and I didn't have her get very many shares. But Grandma was happy. She was gone to the eye doctor all day. Okay, so top pivot point. 488.54 is your top. We're looking for the bottom. 417 is a real possibility. I don't think that's going to hold us either. 400. I'll tell you what. It's the 400, 402. I'll tell you where Grandma's going to buy. 402.25. That's what Grandma's going to buy. Grandma's going to go take a nap. Down below that, 390. Okay. 377. All these numbers are possible pivot points. And if you want Grandpa to text you and tell you the fair opening price at 4 o'clock or 5 minutes after 4, like I do with my guys, you can email Grandpa at icblinking123@gmail.com and get set up with Grandpa, and I'll give you pertinent information that will help you. I'm thinking about doing a deal where throughout the day I do a text to my guys letting them know where Grandma's actually buying and selling each day. Because she's never lost a trade. Sometimes she has to wait a while, but she never has lost a trade yet. And she usually does extremely well with just a few shares she's trading. So fair opening price for 12/20 Friday, that's tomorrow. I'm going to make this a little bigger so you can look at this beautiful deal. It's right here, 437.52. That's your fair opening price. Now, sometimes it doesn't go to the fair opening price. Sometimes, Grandpa's right 8 or 9 times out of 10. So, and sometimes it's off by $10, $15. When it's off, it's really off. So what I started doing is I very often know when it's going to be off. How I know that, I don't know. I don't know all the time. But very often, and you can listen to my previous live streams, you'll find this out, I know where it's going to really open. And knowing where, and I text that to my guys if there's a difference. It's less than $1 a day. It's $25 a month if you want that info. But I'm thinking about doing it where I actually tell people when Grandma's going to buy it, when Grandma's going to sell, and I think that would be entertaining, if to say the least. Because it's just amazing what Grandma knows. She amazes Grandpa, I can tell you that. She says I'm 97. Let's see. Upside resistance. Upside resistance. We have resistance at 451.39 and 89. 451.89. Now that's our previous top pivot point that's our top pivot point for today. Our fair opening price right here, 451.89. And we went through it multiple times throughout the day, actually. On the 4-hour chart, just once. But if you go to the 5-minute, we went back and forth through it multiple times. Where'd the price take off to? There it is, 441. So we're up above it. We're going to absolutely gap down. I believe we'll see this 437.52 tomorrow, no problem. So above 451.89, we have 455.01, and I'm gonna actually take you to a 15-minute chart here, make it a little bit smaller, and that didn't do what I needed to do. Let's go to the hourly. So I want to show you some stuff. Okay, so here's 451.89. That's today's fair opening price. Well, in the first hour we went back and forth through it multiple times. That's all I can tell you. But right here, what chart did I have where I had my good resistance? Here it is. Okay. 455.01. We went through that pre-market and at the open. Okay. And that pretty much held it. So we have resistance there currently. Above that, you got 473. This one right here. This is your resistance, 473.86. And above that, you have resistance at your top pivot point. Will act as resistance once we get up to it at 488.54. But once we make the new bottom pivot point, if we break through here, then we'll know what our bottom pivot point is. But for right now, we're looking for a new bottom pivot point. I don't care if this thing. I potentially believe that we're going to we could see 473.86 tomorrow. Okay. in our upside resistance, even possibly higher. 473.86 would not surprise me, but keep in mind that's an opportunity to get out of some of your stuff potentially. Anything above the 470, I would say, to unload some shares and look for the bottom pivot point. And downside support, we have support at, of course, at 420 because we had a low today at 420.02, 417, 400, 390. Grandpa is leaning towards the 400, 402. Is Grandpa's opinion. It's nothing written in stone. It can be, when we were up here at 488.54, I knew it was a chance it was the top pivot point, but I was waiting for 507, 509 area. So that was Grandpa's opinion back then. So you can't pay much attention to what Grandpa says. Otherwise, you'll really have problems. Okay, so this is a buying opportunity. Anywhere you buy a Tesla share is a buying opportunity. I don't care if you pay 200, 300, 400, 500, 700 a share. It's a buying opportunity. And just hang on to your shares unless you're crazy like Grandma and want to sell them every day. And this right here on this trade deal I got going, I'm down $840 on these 35 shares. But I was up when it went up here. I was up just about $700, but I couldn't sell them. I couldn't sell them because I didn't have any trades. It's a limited margin account, and I'd run out of trades, and so I couldn't get out till the next day. And you can see what happened. But yeah, I bought in down here, and took my average is 463. I bought in right here. Yep. I bought in this candle. Right in that area. Right about here. I bought in, and it went straight up there. Boy, Grandpa thought I got this going on. And before I sold, I checked my day trade status, because you could only do 3 in 5 days, and I didn't have any left. So I couldn't sell them till the next day. I could have sold them, but they would have took my margin account away completely. So instead, I'm looking at $800 in the red. I should have just sold them and turned it into a cash account. But Grandpa's a goofball. Grandma's got a cash account, so she don't have to think about that stuff. She buys one day and she buys and sells, but then she waits till the next day to rebuy. And there's always an opportunity with Tesla. Okay, so I'm gonna come back about 7 Eastern time, and we'll do one on the fair opening price for Friday, which you already know is 437.52. But we'll go over what Grandpa sees between now and then, and because there's always exciting stuff going on with Tesla. I mean, this thing moves around after hours like it's crazy. It's so much fun. And now you can trade 24 hours a day. We have a sell signal in the 5 minute, by the way. Big green candle, the smaller green one, the body of it fits into the body of that one, followed by a red candle. That's a sell. That's a legit sell signal. Well, where are we headed to? Well, I'll tell you right now. You're going down to your fair opening price, probably. But yeah, we got a steady progression upward here. We might take a little bit of a dip, and it would not surprise me. I'm going to really watch this thing because it would not surprise me to see uh, that 473 area tomorrow. 470 to 475 might be fairly realistic. They want you to believe it. We're going down. I'm going to tell you right now, we're still going down. I do not believe 420.02 is our bottom pivot. I could be wrong, but I don't believe it. But I do believe that they'll want to make you think it's going to take off for the moon by bringing you up in the 470 range and get everybody buying up there and pull the plug. And that's exactly what they'll do. This $800 right here, or $850, that'll turn green. I might cancel my sell order and put it up at $570 if they don't straighten out. I might move it all the way up to $700 if they get me upset. Okay. Hey, think about eternity once in a while. And listen, don't blame Grandpa. Absolutely do not blame Grandpa. If you sell your Tesla shares, don't blame Grandpa. See you later. Bye-bye. Oh, hey, think about eternity. Grandpa does.